Your number one source for sports. 97.1 The Fan.
I think you always should be practicing with pace, and did a little teaching as far as in our end zone defensively, and it was a long flight, and we moved the blood for a while, and then we taught a little bit in the second half of it.
Have you noticed just a lifting of spirits from a W?
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, like I said, they care. I mean, these guys, it's a good group. They care, and it's no fun. Just to put the radio on after a game and have a little fun with one another. That's why they play, and so I'm happy for them because I know it's been a long grind here. I've just been here a few days, and I'm happy for them because it's a good group.
Are you? I guess you can't tear people down who are 0-8. Are you? You're empowering them. You're building them up now. Or are you still?
We're trying to. Well, I'm not sure what you thought I was doing other than that, but we're trying to teach. There's a little bit of some things that we've changed. They were coached by a really good coach prior to me coming in here, so it's just a matter of a different voice, maybe different things along the way. But we're just trying to get better as a hockey club each and every day.
Would you say they're less fragile mentally, emotionally after winning?
I think when you win, you feel good about yourself. I mean, they're human beings too, and they feel good. You have a good day at work, you feel good about yourself, and they did that night. I thought they worked extremely hard. We made some mistakes, but I loved the way they approached the third period. They went out and attacked. Even when they got the lead, they kept on going. They didn't sit on it. I thought Bob, his second half of that game, you can see what he is, and so everything about it was good for us. But so they feel good, but now we need to get ready for another game coming up in Jersey.
Any update on Johansson?
Joey is, he doesn't feel well. He lacks energy, and so we'll list him as day-to-day. And he's just getting some medical tests done, and we're going to leave him alone and see if we can get that straightened out. We don't think it's long-term. It's just he just doesn't feel well, and so we'll list him at day-to-day right now.
Can you speak to how the guys that have moved up or had different responsibilities in the wake of Johansson's absence, how they've performed? Wenberg's seen more ice.
Yeah. Again, I don't know how the ice was divvied up prior. Before when Joey was in the lineup, but I just had Joey for one game. But I like some of the things that as I'm beginning to understand them better, you can see some of the skill, like with this kid Carlson, and I don't want to just pinpoint one or two guys because it's not fair. Because I think the team has progressed, and as a group, and we're going to continue to evaluate. Bull hasn't played. The young defenseman hasn't played. Connaughton hasn't played. I'm not sure what the lineup's going to be, but I continue to want to watch the players and see really what they are. And I still can't make a determination in just a short time I've been here.
John, how have you balanced your desire to give them a little space, let them process what happened, take ownership of what happened, and your need to get the pulse of the team very quickly?
Well, I think they want to get back in it. They don't want to be a 1-8 team. They want to see some action right now. So I think it goes hand in hand. My job is to try to figure them out and who they are, but also in an understanding is we need to win. And so I have to make decisions. I just can't go through a process. Okay, let's watch him a little bit longer. If I don't think it's going well, then I've got to put other guys in other positions to try to win, because we got to crawl back into this.
The process of getting to know your other assistants, how's that been going?
Fantastic, and they've been just incredible to me, in giving me information, and I feel very comfortable as far as I lean on them right now. So they've been great. The whole staff, training staff, equipment staff, they've been fantastic.
Is this the same Dubinsky you remember in New York, or is there another element?
Doobie's, I can see it. Doobie's matured. I mean, you look at the way he played the other night, and like I told him today, he needs to lead the way here. And I think he has he understands me better than the other guys because of the amount of time we spent together and the process that we went through together. But not just a goal or a point, just the way he handled himself. God, he was trying to will that game, and that's why he got the minutes he got. And I just loved everything about how he presented himself as a player in the situation that we're in. So he has certainly matured, and it's good for this team.
As you go, do you see yourself addressing or changing the hierarchy of captaincy or any of that? Or
I
that
haven't even thought of that.
As you lean on Doobie, I mean.
Yeah. Well, Doobie's part of a leadership group in that room, but I haven't even thought about that. And quite honestly, I don't think that's important right now because I think this needs to be done as a group right on through. And Nick and I have talked about a number of things as far as being the captain, about a couple of things like just with travel and all odds and ends outside the game. So I've leaned on him there. But there's a good leadership group led by Nick. It's a good leadership group in there. And again, we're still in that phase of understanding. Yeah.
As important as it was to get that first win, how important is it now to build off of it?
Yeah, well, that's what you try to do. That's how you get out of a funk. You don't get out of it in just one game. You try to come back with another good first period. I thought we had a good practice today. Let's start with that. They had a day off. They were attentive today. They skated hard, and hopefully that goes into a first period. You win a first period, and that's how you get out of this. It's not looking at the hill. It's taking the steps to get back on top of that hill and try to get on the other side.
Do you see them playing right now with that arrogance that you talked about last week?
I really liked their third period. I thought that was the right type of arrogance. Our D were up the ice. Our forecheck was there. We were forechecking in fives. When we got the lead, we banged in an ugly goal. Doobie bangs one in. Murr bangs one in on a rebound, all playing in the blue. But when we got the lead, we kept on forechecking. So that's important. It's not about testing water. It's about being an aggressive team. And I certainly saw that in the third period.
And does that speak to the identity that you're hoping to give this team to help?
Yeah. We want to play quick. I mean, there's no secrets. Everybody's trying. It's a young, quick league, and we want to get north-south. We want to not worry really too much about what's happening against us. We want to inflict it on the other team, and we certainly have made improvements, I think, away from the puck. We need to keep the puck out of our net. We still have a ways to go there as far as understanding some of the things you have to do in protecting pucks and in the corners in our defensive zone. We're going to try to continue to prove at that, but we want to get on the attack and play that type of game.
You're obviously a guy who will adjust players' minutes throughout the game. What is the number one thing a guy can do to earn minutes in that third period?
It's a tough question to answer because different positions have different responsibilities. Momentums of games within the game changes certain things, so it's a tough question. But I think if we play the way we want to play, we need everybody contributing, and I'm trying to do that. I think our fourth line got 8 or 9 minutes the other night. I like to try to get them more involved. Ran into some penalty problems, but if we want to play an up-tempo, hard forechecking game, we're going to need everybody to contribute.
Let me ask it this way: if Portzline's playing for you and he's kind of floating effort-wise, but hasn't made any major mistakes, and I'm playing for you and I'm playing with my hair on fire, but I've had giveaways. Which player gets the?
You know what? I don't
too
even.
Much of a hypothetical?
Yeah, it's way too
Okay.
hypothetical. Yeah.
Plus, I can't skate with it.
Yeah, but no. Hey, listen. The easiest thing to do is take away ice time from players. That's easy to do. It's you've got to go through the process of trying to teach and trying to help them and trying to get them to be part of it to contribute. And so that's the way we try to approach it. Lars is on the bench and Hartsey. We're always trying to get these guys to play as a unit, and that's what we'll continue to try to do.
Try to get Cole and Connaughton in as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the lineup is tomorrow, but I'd like to see him because especially in my situation, I haven't seen him, and so Yeah, I don't want to keep them out too much longer, so we'll see what happens there.
Did they adjust well? I saw a few, see a few guys gassed at some point. Did that concern you?
Today?
Today, yeah. Did they respond well?
Oh, I thought they practiced well. Yeah, I thought they practiced well. So
It wasn't a rude awakening for them.
I don't think so. I mean, it was high tempo. I think if you're going to play quick, you have to practice quick, and we're going to practice quick. And I don't want to keep them on the ice too long. Like I told them, and they were barking at me, I don't like staying on here more than 40 minutes, and we were out there, I think, 48 minutes. And when the clock turned, I heard it already from them. So if we can get our work done, and we do it the right way, and we do it quick, there is no need to be out there longer than 40, 45 minutes. And that'll be, that's their call. We'll see how they practice, and we'll go from there.
Did you say they were barking at you?
The players were barking at me. It was.
Does that happen very often in
Oh, sure.
your coaching career?
Oh, sure. It's always.
You like the interaction.
Oh, that's how you get to know one another, and it's never a closed door with me. I know there's a reputation out there and perception, and I'm certainly not going to try to chase the perception, but my door is there's constant communication between coach to player and player to coach. I think that's how you get to know one another, and that's how you become tighter as a group.
But you can bark with the best.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Jimmy says you owe him 7 minutes.
What's that?
He said you owe the team 7 minutes.
Yeah, is that what he said? Yeah, I heard him out there. I thought it was Nick talking, but he'll get it back. If they're honest, I'll be honest about it too.
Is it fair to say you're going to need Ryan Johansson to achieve the level that this team can achieve?
Well, I've watched Ryan play from afar. He's a hell of a player, and sure. I mean, we need everybody to play. We're 1-8, and we're going to need something special to happen as we go along this long year to try to crawl out of this hole. And certainly Ryan Johansson is a huge part of this club.
Thanks, Torts.
Cool.
Your number one source for sports. 97.1 The Fan.